was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 20. Yard line.
Double tight, double tight.
Let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 74 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Prescott on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 46.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Watch the run. Flex round. Ohio. Check 26. Come on, let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Morse. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And he's got it up and through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Here we go. 187. Mike, 57.
They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Go to 54. Go to 54. Why?
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now Prescott. He's going to air one out. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better.
Go to 54. Go to 54. Why? Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
On third down, it's Prescott. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley with a big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at about the 14. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So out come the Falcons now. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. Looking to throw. Morse. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know it feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
They'll go to Elliott again. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, That'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Throwing, Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Prescott now on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
To throw is Prescott. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
He's not exactly had a banner start to this game. We're still in the 1st quarter. He's already thrown an interception, and that should have been the 2nd one.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So no problems there with that one as they're able to put 3 up on the board.
Yeah, it's pretty much a winless night. There's only a very light breeze, so it's a perfect night for kickers. And like you say, no problems with that one.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Here we go. Let's go.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
To throw on 2nd down, Morse. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go. 38.
Operating from the gun, Morse. And he comes back with 1 complete. 9 yards on the play and a 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Throwing on first down, Morse. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Two times. Ohio! Here we go!
On second down, Freeman. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
190! Ohio! Check 6
Back to throw. Morse. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Points certainly not at a premium here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. 10 yards still left on second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On 1st and 10, Morse. Looking deep for Gabriel. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Taylor Gabriel, 61 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Gun. Here we go. Kill. Check.
And the wideout in motion.
Gun. 26.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And some room to roam now. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see...
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. From the pistol, here's Elliott. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
On second down, Elliott. And he's got this one down to the 10. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The Cowboys on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats, but really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Flex round! Let's go! Mike 51!
On first down, Morse. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Watch tight Ohio! Ohio! Here we go! Grand 38! Hut! Grand 38!
From the gun, Morse. He finds Coleman. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman, 81 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Prescott from the gun. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Watch one. Here we go. I know he ain't got it.
Then we're going to 53.
Rush
Then we're going to 53.
And again, it's Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. From the red zone now, Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit. Here we go. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Throwing on first down. Morse. He completes it to Julio Jones. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just toweling it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Let's see what the offense comes with here, 2nd and 8.
Tight end left. Hey. Let's go.
Off the play fake. Morse. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. The Falcons averaged 34 points a game last year. Tops in the NFL with that powerful offense. And they're already looking for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Morse out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Come on, let's go. Brad 38.
Operating from the gun. Morse. Now he steps away, and he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Flex round.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's go. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
Freeman again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Morse firing quickly here, and that's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Looking to throw. Morse. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off Byron Jones. And a short return to the 6-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, Back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
There we go. Count.
Check three.
Count.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he will find his man on the outside. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Gun.
Switch.
Gun.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
Going to 53.
Prescott now from the 50. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Look. Hey, defense, let's go.
Going to 53.
Check.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Motion. Hey, check motion, man. Put your hands on
Going to 54. Going to 54.
motion, man.
Gun.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this is no good. Close, but no cigar. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Left. Watch left. Here we go. What we got?
Gun.
Shift. Check it back.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Hey, I got him. That's me.
Gun.
Check.
They'll run with Mack. Space to maneuver at the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Watch left. Check 52. Switch. Gun. Check 99. There we go. Kill.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. That's Samuel. Caught left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain. 16 yards there and a first down again.
Strong left. Stop there, buddy. Hey, check Mike 57. Kill. Mike 57. Here we go. Go to 54. Right.
A first down throw for Prescott.
Switch.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's long. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Gun. Check. Crunch.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Gun.
The give is to Elliott. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Strong right. Here we go. Kill. Here we go. It's just me and you.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Gun.
Second down, Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Check 26. We're going to 50. Watch,
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
A second down throw for Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
On the sneak, it's Prescott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Dak Prescott, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And his kick is good. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he He stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Run! 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 Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go!
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Tight ends on the loosey. Tight ends on the loosey. Tight ends on the
Let's
loosey.
go! Grand 38! Grand
Back to throw. Morse. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. The punter wing is on as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Here we go, count.
Hey, check 24!
Gun. Here we go, count. Here we go, going to 54. Wide, here we go. Wide, ain't it? Gun.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They just get the play off. Now Prescott. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Kill. Motion, pump. Yeah.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go, count. Here we go, going to 54. Wide, here we go.
Check nickel!
Here we go. Wide, here we go, going to 54. Wide,
A give to Elliott. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. Here we go. Wide, ain't it?
The wide receiver moving to a new spot.
Here we go, count. Here we go, going to 53. 26.
1st down, Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies
Guys,
cry.
going to 53. Here we go. Wide angle.
Back.
Back now here on EA Sports. So the offense has it first and 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Here we go. Kill.
Hey, switch gears.
The man in motion is Brown.
Motion.
Here we go. Kill.
36.
Here we go.
57.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Let's go, heavy.
Here we go. Kill. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's long. A gain of 6 there on first.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Second down now after the pass completion.
Hey, watch left.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54.
On the counter, Elliott. And some room to work.
Watch 83.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 29 yards. And the Cowboys have broken the tie.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first down, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Watch tight end. Tight right. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So it'll be first down here after the run.
Watch tight end. 4 down. Let's go. Grand 38. 51 the Ohio.
They go play action here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Let's go. 190. Ohio.
Looking to throw on second down. Morse, that's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Kill. Everyone, kill.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Play.
Everyone, kill. Everyone, going to 54.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Ship. Hey, I need one up here.
Kill.
Again, it's Elliott. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. A big run that time by Elliott. 63 yards. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
Double tight.
Everyone, going to 54. Everyone, going to 54. Watch out.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Shift together here from the D-line. 2nd and goal. They still need 8 yards to find the end zone. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's a big one there. It's his 3rd field goal of the game, and a 2-score lead's got to feel pretty good right about now.
And while they're not free and clear yet, you're right. Now this defense can go out knowing that it's going to take more than one big play to catch them.
That's fielded in the end zone. Twisting away. And now running right through it. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this job.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Let's go! Flex round!
fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Here's Coleman. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Check 4. Check.
And he motions the wide receiver.
Motion.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Prescott. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
There we go.
57 fight. 57 fight.
Then we're going to 53.
You ain't got nothing.
Then we're going to 53.
Patch.
Here we go. Wide 80.
Check 13. Check 13.
Here we go. Going to 54. Wide 80.
Check 13.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott to the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. Well, we looked at each other in surprise going for it on fourth down in the fourth quarter with a lead. But, hey, you get it as a coach. You look like a genius.
So the next time we see Coach, he's going to say, well, that's why I coach and that's why you guys talk up there, right? He had the guts to go ahead and go for it, and it paid off.
Fresh set of downs here.
Check 4. Check 4. Let's put him on the glasses.
Here we go. Wide 80.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Then we're going to 53.
This is Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Nice, sweetheart.
Here we go. Kill.
Tighten up.
Here we go. Here we go. Kill. Got it. Wide 80. Gun. 26.
He's checking.
Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 56.
Throwing here, Prescott. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 24 yards.
Two times. 4 down.
Here we go. Wide 80.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Double tight. Hey, 4 down.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. You got 3 down.
Here we go. Wide 26.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And as is just special. You can just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it. Then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Cowboys, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody.